Hello, and welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise WFC-E26 Voyager class thrust. Yes, you can see him there. He is a red and black jet with little VTOL fans. And yes, of course, he comes in this box, which, yep, Earthrise, you know, typical thing. Thrust, Transformers, all that stuff. Cybertronian, lane logo 8+. And this one is a Cybertronian villains because it's a Target exclusive in the US. Yeah, as you can see there, the ramjet, or not, wow, thrust there in his jet mode. That's what I was trying to get to. And it says Voyager class down there and more Cybertronian and so on and so forth. On top, you have the Decepticon logo and Galvatron and it's spinning out. Side, you got the line-wide Earthrise artwork. And on the bottom, you have manufacturing details and authentic Transformers and barcode. And on the bottom or back, you have, you know, product shots of thrust and whatnot. And he's part of the Seeker Elite team, and there's, yeah, all this stuff there, and more warnings and stuff on the bottom there. He comes with instructions, of course, because, well, yeah, you need those to transform. He's a little different from the Seekers, the regular Seekers. And, of course, and thankfully this is the last time I have to do this, you got this thing. You got the map and this thing. Piece of the map anyway, you're going to use that, and you got that, which is, I think it's supposed to be, I can't remember. It's apparently misprinted. That's my understanding. It's something Novus Zero or something like that, I think. I'm not sure. Again, I'm pretty sure I've heard something about a misprint on the Seeker, on the Conehead maps. So there you go. Now, thrust. Yes, the only Conehead I got. I didn't get the Ramjet Dirge 2-pack from Amazon. I also didn't get the Sandstorm. And that kind of regret on the Sandstorm, but yeah, I didn't get any of the others, but yeah, I have the thrust here. And yeah, he is a red and black jet. You know, you get transparent orange cockpit. He's got his little VTOL fans there. Weirdly enough, the guns are plugged into the bottom of those fans because that makes sense. And yeah, he looks good. You know, he's still the same Earthrise mold, the same base Earthrise mold. So, you know, he's, you know, if you like that, you like that. You probably like this. If you don't like that, then, well, you won't like this. You know, come some differences. He doesn't have the, you know, he's got very different tail fins. Obviously, he's got very different wings. I think his nose cone is actually slightly shorter, stubbier, just very slightly. Or that might just kind of within manufacturing tolerances. I'm not sure. Still no landing gear. This actually, the way, because of his new knees, the new knees for the transformation, for the robot mode and stuff, what happens is he doesn't quite sit the same. So you can have a little bit of that. Yeah, it's a good looking jet mode. He also got little tiny Decepticon symbols right there on the wings. Makes a good looking jet mode. Even with the, you know, weird placement of the guns and everything. But yeah, of course, here he is with one of the Skywarp, just to give you an idea. The difference between the Seekers and the Coneheads. It's kind of obvious. I mean, the main body's the same, but the wings and tails are different. He's got him and Thundercracker paint on the cockpit, and he does not. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can show this to you. But yeah, the cockpits. Yeah, you might be able to see that, but yeah, the nose on thrust is just ever so slightly shorter, just a little bit. Yeah, it's yep. So that's that, and let's see. Time sheet stage port, you can't really get to it from here. It's well, it's right there, but the problem is you have to, yeah, it can get, yeah, that's the problem, is these knee things kind of make sure you can't actually use it. Not really. Well, you can kind of, but like you have to stick it between, and it's a mess if you want to use the time sheet stage port. So just know that as well. Got that little issue. But otherwise than that, it's still pretty solid jet mode. But transformation, of course, you gotta take the guns off. You need to. And of course, take these and untab them and bring them up and like that. Bring that up and move them, yeah, on this little double hinge here, move it forward like that. First thing you do, the next thing you want to come down here, bring these knees down, untab it for up here, untab it, extend the legs out, and then right here, there's tabs that go into the knee pads, I guess. Make sure that's nice and firm. Go ahead and separate the legs. Open up the foot, but you know, toe and heel. Bring it down. Up here, and go ahead and of course Move this back, bring the arms out, like so. Take the nose cone and untab it from there, bring it forward, swing it around, bring it in, through, and of course this little tab thing will go down in the slot, go through that. Make sure to close this up and make sure the panels here line up with the side of the chest piece right there. So, and of course take the forearms, open them up like that, extend them out, close them up, bring the fist down. Same thing on this side. Open that up, extend the forearm, bring it back down, and then close up the fist right there. And finally, take the nose cone and open it up and bring it back to down to the back. And, well, the real finally is take the guns here and peg them into his shoulders. And there you go. There's thrust. Yep, thrust here. Yep, again, one of the cone heads. This is the one I like, of all the cone head designs, this is the one I like the most. This also is one you can use if you have a Prime. You can use him. He's the one who's going to get hit by Prime in his truck mode. But yeah, you can see we have black and red again. A bit of white and purple and a little bit of yellow actually on here on the knee pads. But yeah, it's pretty much the same color scheme here, just as it is in the jet mode. Look up here at the face. Yellow eyes, silver face, kind of a stern, not kind of almost neutral, but a little stern. Right there, but yeah, looks good overall. It's pretty much the same secret mode, so it has a lot of the same things. His transformation is a little different because of he's got different wings and whatnot, and different tail fins. So like you don't have to do you don't have to do this and untab the tail fin or anything. It's just solid in there. It looks like it can move around, but it doesn't because of the way it is. It's actually kind of it's like the way it's put in. There's no real way to move it without risking breaking plastic, so I wouldn't try. And he's also got a little gold and red highlighting up here. I guess little highlights up there. He's still got this little bar. And that's one thing I've heard is a lot of people are getting their thrust, and this thing is just straight up cracked out of the box, like straight up. And apparently this has happened with a couple of the Seekers and whatnot. So I'm not sure if that's super common or what, but just if you can and you can see it in package, make sure that crack's not there. And also just be careful when you're transforming. I've heard some people did crack when they were transforming. Mine's been fine so far, but just an FYI. And you still got it, still all that stuff. The other big thing is, these wings. Okay, so here's the thing about the wings. Officially, you're supposed to have them looking like this, right? For robot mode. So, because on the original toy and often in the cartoon, his wings were set low. They're actually pretty low. If you really want to be closer to accurate, you actually bring them back down to closer to where they are positioned in jet mode, but they kind of get in the way in that way. But so they're set low, but the thing is, they're actually also rotated around as well. They're set low and rotated in the toy and the cartoon, so they look like this, but they're low. So that's the problem here. Is with this guy, you have one of two options. You can either be the orientation of the wings can be accurate like this, or the position of the wings can be more accurate, which is they're turned around the other way. So it's a kind of personal choice, but you do have a bit of options there. I kind of prefer like this because I like the wings looking more like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this, regardless of the fact it's more accurate or not. But your choice. You can do it however you want. That sort of thing. Yeah. Also, the wings can fold like that. So if you have it in the quote unquote correct position, you can fold them back as well. Do what you want. They can't fold the other way. Yeah, articulation though. His head is on a ball joint, so you got up and down, left and right. He actually got a bit of waggle too, not a whole lot because of the shape of his head and all that, but still he's got some. His shoulders can of course go all the way around right there, although the wings kind of block them up. But yeah, they can go forward and back. Go outward that far. There's of course bicep swivels right there. His elbows go a little over 90 degrees. No wrist swivel, but you know, they can do that if that's somehow helpful. No waist articulation, unfortunately. Again, there is hips though, forward about that far before, yeah, things start bumping into things. Back that far, outward, but that far. Got a thigh swivel right there. Knee bend about, again, a little over 90 degrees actually. And you got ankle tilt about that far. And of course the heels can and toe can both point down, so if you need that for something, it's there for you to use. He also still has a Thomas stage port back here as well. This is actually, you can actually use, but yeah, it's that other one that's right here for the jet mode you can't really use very well because of the knees. But just for comparison's sake, here he is with a standard Earthrise Seeker Skywarp. Just for comparison's sake, yeah, he's of course the same height and everything because he's supposed to be. But you can see they did some pretty significant retooling for the chest right there. You can see that as well. You know, different bends. These are bigger versus these, and these have these little extra bits right here, and you know, it's different detailing on the sides. But yeah, and then of course the knee pads are different. You can see that as well. And of course, the obvious thing like the wings and whatnot. But yeah, those are the other major changes. And of course, the head, different head. Yeah, it's those are the big changes. You can see right there. It's that. And of course, it's because line standard, here he is with Optimus Prime. He's a bit taller because he should be. Now, thrust here. Like I said, he is a Target exclusive, still $30 and everything, but that's the thing. He's Target exclusive. He was kind of a source of headaches for a lot of people trying to get him because he kept going in and out of stock, and Targets would randomly get it, and some Targets wouldn't, and then finally it started showing up and, you know, whatnot. I got lucky. I ordered mine and didn't online, and boom, he showed up a couple days later. He's been going in and out of stock, so, you know, just kind of, I think he's starting to become more easier to get as of late, so, yeah, just know that. He's started becoming easier to get. So that's good. But yeah, you don't panic too much if you're having a hard time finding him right now. But he should be pretty easy to get pretty soon. Target exclusives tend to not be that difficult in the end. It just, you know, the early adopt. If you're someone who's just trying to have the newest thing immediately, you're gonna have a hard time. But if you're willing to wait a bit, you might be able to get it. But just, you know, just check it. Check the Target site and whatnot, and see if your local Targets have it. You can check that via the site somewhat as well, or BrickSeek or PopFind or whatever. But yeah, he's not too difficult, honestly. He won't be too difficult. He shouldn't be too difficult to get in the future if it isn't already, you know, easier to get. But yeah, just don't do the whole thing of, oh, I'm going to go on eBay and just pay $60 for it. Don't do that. That's a ridiculous thing to do. Don't. But yeah, mine's pretty solid. I'm not having any real issues with mine. Like some people are though, so I don't know. Just be careful when you do get one and be ready for potential issues. But I like it. And again, I still like the Earthrise Seeker mold in general, and I like this version of it quite a bit. It looks really nice and everything, and the new wings and everything kind of give it a little bit more, give it a little bit of personality, I guess. Yeah, I like him. He's worth picking up if you can get him. Just, you know, once again, just don't go crazy go out of your way to go get one. And don't spend too much, because that's always a bad decision. So yeah, that's it, I guess, for this guy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. You can also check out the Patreon and Coffee as well. And of course, I should see you next time with another video review.